Hey guys, we're in Castle Točník in Central Bohemia with Steve von Till. Thank you, sir, for finding time for this interview.
Thank you for your time.
I understood you were preparing for this tour in Prague a few days ago for a number of days. So how did it go?
It was great. It was great. Braden and Dave and I, we played the U.S. last year, so we were pretty familiar with the stuff, but it's been a year since we played it. And we brought in PJ on the double bass from Belgium. And so it was our first time playing with him, and being at Nomads of Prague is like being, with family.
Right.
Known Shepherds forever. And so it was great to just kind of have a home base to settle and get ready.
I'm just so proud of my countrymen as I spoke to Mike Sullivan from Russian Circles in March.
I blew a speaker last night, and we were able to go by the Nomads office today and swap out some gear. Any friends that come through, we always, encourage people to use Nomads.
Another thing I'm really proud of, you were playing here, if I understood correctly, already in 2010.
I was trying to remember the year.
Yeah.
It was somewhere down in the cellar,
right.
I think, over there.
And still cooperating with the Silver Rocket Agency?
Oh, as long as I can remember.
I'd like to thank all of you for coming here to this very special place. Especially like to thank the Silver Rocket family for putting on such an amazing event in such a special place. It's really an honor to be here. I can't say that enough. So a round of applause for Silver Rocket.
So the memories on that, 13 years ago?
Well, that's one of the unforgettable moments, right? To come to a place like Točník.
Oh.
Specifically, I remember not only the look from the stage and the people and the warm welcome, but I remember being at the gift shop at the gates, buying some things for my family, right? And
some wooden toys as well?
Yeah, and the gates were closed, waiting for people to come to be allowed to enter in, and the first person was a goat. Yeah.
So black metal.
It was perfect, yeah.
Reach for the infinite deep. Free of the insanity.
But this concept in general about playing at unique locations, it's more and more tempting and more in a marketing way, in the whole general concept, to play in unique locations as it's interesting enhancement for fans to not only see you in different locations, but also the music fits in that environment perfectly.
Scars never bled.
Yeah, you only live once, right? And so might as well make each of it an experience. I have gratitude and feel lucky that anybody cares to put on a concert of mine anywhere.
Spirit is now taking flight.
I have the more ability in Europe. I think Europe has more of a culture,
right,
that supports and allows that. But I like a unique environment, that's different from a rock club.
Wilderness inside our minds is lost.
You can add that to the atmosphere and allow us to become part of the space. So much of my music is about a longing for connection to each other, to ourselves in our own minds and our hearts, but also connection to place. As we become more and more separated from the earth, we lose that connection to place.
Wilderness inside our minds.
being an American of European descent, you know, I can say from experience that I think people become completely disconnected from their roots when they don't have a physical connection to where they come from. And so with music, I think you can transcend that and commune with the spirit of any place. But being at Točník before and having a strong connection to the Czech Republic, you know, my ancestors on my father's side came from the Czech Republic, the Moravian part.
Right, right.
So it always feels a little special to be here.
And my soul.
Was there some time for you to also walk around these beautiful mountains? Maybe 2010. Now during this tour, a bit.
During
walk around
tour,
the mountains.
no.
No time, right?
Not during tour time.
Right, but
no.
anytime as a tourist, coming here, walking around the small villages, you know, just
Well,
checking around the country.
My wife is German, from Germany, so my in-laws live in North Germany. So we spend a lot of time there, and we
Right.
visit. I'm quite obsessed with ancient stone sites, megalithic sites, prehistoric sites, and that particular part of Germany is called the Straße der Megalitkultur.
When it crossed, sparks will fly. This disillusion, a language of blood.
There's a lot of that kind of stuff there. So I've done some exploring there. I've been to, say, Ireland in the past. In the 90s, I spent some time there just to visit stone circles and ancient stone sites. Because of my life choices, you know, I work a job like everybody else, and where most people save their money and their time to go on vacation, I save my money and my time to go on tour.
Right, yeah, exactly. And during pandemic, was there time for you, let's say, to dive into some research of some topic within the area that you love, and finally have time to dig in that
I didn't
massive
have
book?
time off during the pandemic because the place where I live is a very conservative state, and we did not shut down, and I'm a school teacher. So we shut down the first 2 months,
Right.
and then as soon as that summer was over, we were right back in it.
Each grain of sand beneath the sea. You have no faith in a dream.
The time that everybody talks about, having
Right.
pandemic time, I did not have
Right,
pandemic
right,
time.
right, right.
Yeah.
I'm also an English teacher, and I was helping a lot of my friends, daughters and sons of my friends, 10, 11, and they were having a hard time, you know,
Yeah.
connections and stuff like that. So
That
I
was a very
gladly
hard
helped
time
and
for
give them,
kids.
bid them enhancement a different way. But at least they had us, more of us, like uncles and friends helping. But more and more I can hear from people that kids really suffer from that period, and they would need a lot of time and more help to get
Yeah.
out of that
I
crappy,
see that.
challenging
Yeah, I see that
time.
with especially the kids that came to our area from somewhere else, you know, that were out for 2 years. And there's, you know, some issues and some
Yeah.
maturity and some
Yeah.
maybe PTSD.
Rushes by. And all the while you seem to be going blind. A cold numb ray.
And they're maybe behind in the learning. I mean, you know,
They can catch up, but I heard
Yeah.
a lot of them lost a motivation, a drive to do something that they wanted.
that's because online learning sucks. It's fucking boring.
Yeah,
Sorry.
keep it up, no worries.
What's interesting about any situation like that is it forces us into problem-solving mode.
Lifetime is too long to sleep.
You know, and that's where humanity can show its best and its creativity, is when it's forced to out of the comfort zone.
Hear the thunder, but can't get out of the storm.
And has to solve problems. Of course, there are those that choose to ignore the problem or can make it worse. But the creative people or teachers or people that are community minded, I think really worked hard to find alternative ways at looking at running society.
And for the last thing, any plans after the tour, any wishes to and projects to concentrate on?
Well, when I get home, the school year starts 2 days later, so that's
Back
my
in track.
primary thing. But I have my Harvest Man project. I have 3 LPs that'll be in a series, a triptych, that are related, and those are nearing completion, and so I might release those next year, staggered over maybe every 4 months or so.
Right,
I don't have an exact plan, and I have most of the material written for my next solo record as well.
La-da-da, la-da-da.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you
Really
for your
appreciate
time.
it. Have a beautiful evening here.
All right, thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.
La-da-da.